Wayfarer was really like, okay, our turn. Because what? I'm sure just when Blake Lively thought that it was okay to breathe because she was granted the extension, they just came and was like, boop, here you go. Another 100 exhibits or something. I haven't really gone over it yet, but it is the opposition motion for sanctions and spoliation. Because if we go back just a little bit, Blake Lively is asking the judge to rule that she is able to say anything about the smear campaign and the signal messages, and Wayfarer can't oppose it in court because they deleted signal messages that were on auto delete, and she says that that was spoliation and they shouldn't be able to ever oppose her in court. She can say whatever she wants about these messages and it has to come as true even though there's no messages. Basically, she's asking the judge to allow her to say that the smear campaign that she thinks happened even though there's no evidence to prove it. This is just already on top of her already asking the judge for Jamie Heath to be precluded to offer any evidence about the home birth, which was obviously denied. And yesterday, where Blake Lively is asking the court that even though Wayfarer can't authenticate some of her RFAs, that it should still be allowed and admitted as true as well. Okay. And honestly, I'm just kind of mad at the people that told Blake Lively that she had a good reputation to begin with, because who did that? Who literally blew up her ego and her head so much saying that she lost her reputation? Blake Lively, Wayfarer can't take anything from you that you already didn't have. You didn't have a good reputation to begin with. Like, it's just madness. You didn't have a good reputation when you filmed with this guy and then started dating him. Definitely wasn't a good reputation when you started dating this guy. And let's not forget Gossip Girl, where you admitted that when Penn Badgley first started, you tried to turn the entire cast on him. Sound familiar? And then, then you started dating him, of course, because if you can't beat him, date him. And it definitely wasn't a good reputation for you when then on Green Lantern, you moved from Penn Badgley to this guy who was married to our Scarlett Jo. It wasn't a good reputation for you when you hosted SNL in 2009 with Rihanna as the host and made racist skits as well as skits on DV when that year is what happened, with her and Chris Brown. You definitely still didn't have a good reputation when, you told the entire world that some of your cast members started in cages. You didn't have a good reputation even through Ryan Reynolds, because for 10 years, all that Ryan Reynolds did was mock you, belittle you, and insult you every chance he got, and every year on your birthday. And even though mainstream media trying to force feed us that it was really cute, no, it wasn't. It was fucking weird as shit. You did have a good reputation of all the interviews that you did, and you were so rude, okay? Especially if you were pregnant in them. Dang, don't want to say nothing about that to you, right? Okay, you did have a good reputation when you admitted blackface. You did have a good reputation when you did interviews and the guy asked you what's your favorite comedy movie and you said Shawshank Redemption. You also didn't have a good reputation with the girlies, because then he asked you, who do you relate to the most on Sex and the City? And you said the men. You didn't have a good reputation. You got married on a plantation. You talked about your co-stars all the time. You didn't have a good reputation after doing Savages, because Selma Hayek came out and said that you and her demanded to rewrite the script. Sound familiar? You didn't have a good reputation after Age of Adeline, because there was a lot of control issues there. It came out, it tanked, and it took forever to come out because issues. Interesting. Sound familiar? You did have a good reputation after A Simple Favor, because you and Anna Kendrick obviously had beef, and you can't lie to us about that because it was there again at another Simple Favor. You've never had a good reputation. Maybe your Met Gala appearances, but then as soon as you open your mouth, it's trouble. You've never had a good reputation. The Wayfarer people didn't take anything from you. They didn't ruin your good reputation. You've never had one to begin with. This is absolutely absurd. Of course, you're the lead star in one of the biggest selling books coming out in a movie. People are going to research you. People are going to look it up. And it doesn't take very much to realize you've been problematic since the beginning. And that reputation Wayfarer took from you, girl, where was it? You've never had one. You've always been problematic. You've always been a disaster. I just hello. And then when you came out, even on It Ends With Us, oh my gosh, what were you thinking? You and your husband, Maximum Effort, ruined the entire PR. How many people need to tell you that marketing was completely tone deaf? It was awful. And then you come out and say that your husband wrote the rooftop scene? I mean, the entire thing was awful. You unfollowing Justin, you not taking any pictures with him. People were gonna look into it, girl, okay? Your own actions, your own words, your actions are now catching up to you. It's called accountability. You have been a horrible person, and karma is coming back around. And you've made it worse. Anyway, I'll be going over all of these motions and all the exhibits and everything filed in frame, so catch me there. Bye!